not his real name, but we're gonna call him Tonto
That's what I
Bones.
was
How you
about to
do?
say. That's got to be a fucking legit name, man. I was about to be like, no way, that's his real name because that's fucking dope.
It is 100% not my real name.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
funny enough, I found out I got that nickname in college as like an alter ego,
Oh, okay.
and I had no idea what it meant or anything. So I went to get a custom cowboy hat, and I was like engraved Tonto on the back, and the guy that was doing it was like Tonto. It was like Tonto, Tonto. And he goes, that means dumbass in Spanish. 15 years.
Damn.
That's good. Is it Bones just because you're big, tall, lengthy?
I'm not even sure how it came about, but that would check. That would fit the bill.
That would check. All right. Well, you're geared up in all your Brewers stuff. You got the Jordan Love. I'm assuming a signed Jordan Love in the back, the big Packard logo in the back. I love to see that. But we're here to talk some Crew today. Very excited to do so. So let's get into it. First of all, we got the 2026 season right around the corner. Just off the jump, like, what are your thoughts on how the Brewers are building their roster, how we're feeling about the team, and like, have you seen some things from the fan base and fellow Brewers fans that y'all are talking about with about the team this year?
Yeah, I mean, the Brewers have really been foundational like for years, right? We're a low market team. So it's never been buy players that are already proven and giving them $100 million contracts for 10 years. It's always been a lot of draft and develop, and it really started with like the pitching. They've had such dominant pitching that they've developed through their farm system with like Woody, who's still there, but Corbin Burns and guys like that have come through the ranks that we get them in really some of their prime before we end up not being able to pay them. So
Freddie
I think
Peralta.
fastball Freddie, and obviously we lost him now to the Mets, but I mean, he gave us how many good years of pitching? And last year he was a Cy Young runner. So it's like we develop and pitch well for years, and our bullpen has been astonishing for years. And they've saved us because over the last couple of years, our bats have fallen sour. So
Yeah, Christian Yelich specifically. I mean, he's gone from superstar. The injuries have kind of knocked him down to just star. He was, unfortunately, one of the least effective hitters for the Brewers in the playoffs this last playoffs, which could have really used Christian Yelich's like bat and in the clutch. And they're kind of building up the youth movement, like you said. They got one of the best. I think they got still the highest rated farm system right now too for this upcoming
they
season
do.
with a Jesus Mate. They got who's the third baseman who's just a
Made's
rip.
a stud, dude. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Made comes up maybe
Isn't
at
it
some
18,
point this year.
19 years old right now?
Yeah, yeah. We got him before he could have a cigar legally, dude.
Who's the third baseman prospect they got as well? Real good hitter.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too, dude. But yeah, I mean, their farm system over the last 5 years has been ranked top, right? Like they've been so good, and you can see it. Like how young we were last year. Like I don't care. Just as a fan of baseball, I'm biased because I'm diehard Brewers through and through. But like from an outsider's perspective, people fell in love with how the Brewers played. And it was fun to be a part of because it's different than how most teams play now with ball, live and breathe by the home run ball, right? And we played small ball and we're fast, and it was just like it was exhilarating to watch that baseball team.
Yeah, I mean they scored like the third most runs last year, or something like that. I think the third most runs in baseball last year, I believe. And then it was just you had Andrew Vaughn come in, just being an RBI machine as soon as he got there, and it was huge.
That's the other shit that they do so good too, dude. It's like he sucked for the White Sox. Obviously he was like a solid player for a long time. He got drafted. Was he the number one pick?
3, I think.
Or 3. I mean, he was he's top 5 for sure, right? So it's like he just fell on his face with like the White Sox. We bring him in, and he's just an absolute demon. Like we were just hoping he was up. He destroyed the Cubbies a few times, which was fun to watch. We were at one of those games. But yeah, it was one of the most fun years of watching Brewer baseball that I can remember last year for sure.
And that's what I was just about to say. With having a great year last year and y'all on like your full on youth movement, do you think y'all gonna be able to manage to do better this season, bring it all the way home, or may take a couple steps
I'm
back?
Homer. I'm Homer as shit. But I will tell you this: I do believe it, and I say that because it's like we had what 4 or 5 guys last year making their like MLB debuts, or some that had a few like reps in the year prior. But overall, like they're young, and to have the experience over the last couple of years to have some playoff exposure,
Mm-hmm.
like winning a series, right? Like taking the Cubs down in in a big time series
Mm-hmm.
where people doubted it as soon as we got to play them again, like they wanted a piece, and we took them down. Our bats got a little, you could see some of the nerves come through with the Dodgers, but I don't care who you put up against the Dodgers in that series, they were getting smoked. It could have
Yeah.
been the Phillies, it could have been anybody. Like their pitching was, and their hitting obviously speaks for itself, but even if their hitting's not on, like it
They're
didn't
giving up
matter.
2 runs a game at most.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Snell was insane. And then obviously, with Otani doing what he did in that one of game 3, hitting
Oh, with the whole, he had like the
10
10 Ks, the
strikeouts,
home
3
run.
homers.
Yeah, a couple homers.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you just tip your cap, dude. The guy's the best player in baseball. Like, there's no questions
Might be the
asked.
best player in baseball in history.
You're
Real
right.
quick here.
Exactly. Yeah. We got to witness history. We are unfortunately on the wrong side of it. But
It seems like that happens a lot for Wisconsin teams on the wrong side of history. But I mean, I agree with you. Like they're really young, but these are young dudes who already have good playoff experience, and I think Pat Murphy is most definitely the right guy to keep leading them down the right path here. And they returned just about, obviously Freddie Peralta is a big hit, probably the biggest loss to that whole lineup, and they got rid of Caleb Durbin. They got rid of who's the left fielder from last year that they also sent out.
oh yeah,
Rookie.
to the Red Sox too.
Yeah,
There's
so
2
it's like
guys.
I'm
Yeah.
blank. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Anyways, they still are returning. Churio, Bryce Terang, William Contreras, Vaughn, Garrett Mitchell. Hopefully stays healthy is the big hope. Just keep Christian Yelich in the DH spot. Don't let that back blow out or anything like that. But they're an exciting team, man. But given we're talking about injuries a little bit, what might hurt this Brewers team down the stretch this year? And I know they got some things going for them, but
I think dude, historically, it's always been hitting. Like they've gotten bailout pitching many of times, even in the playoffs and at the end of the season, where if they can put up 3 or 4 runs, they can win ball games. And when you can't do that, like they ran into a couple games where they were winning like 1-0, 2-0, and you're like, it's not as sustainable of baseball in a hitter's world right now, right? Like where everybody's hitting bombs. So it's
yeah,
like I think a little bit more consistency. Like they do play small ball, but like when they can't execute small ball, like you're gonna get destroyed. So we see some hope though. Like there was some like new power that you saw in like Terang. Like Terang was hitting
yeah,
absolute nukes last year. And for
mm-hmm.
such a tiny looking dude, I'm like, he has some pop in the bat. So I think there's some hidden pop, and like they obviously all have speed. But I
Mm-hmm.
think they ultimately need to be able to have some more consistency at the plate. I think that goes without even saying, just
Mm-hmm.
watching some of those games. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Terang. No one expected that home run power to start coming out of nowhere like that. I don't think he's a 30 home run guy, but like I think he's mid 20s. He's just got a pure swing. That's all you need. If you just got a pure cut, man, you can rip bombs all day long, especially in AmFam. Ooh, it's a
Yeah, the
hit-friendly
ball
park,
flies
baby.
at AmFam, especially when they get a little summer months. They open up those back
Come
windows. You can
on.
fly that sucker to Potawatomi, baby. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
So who are the guys and the players on the team that people should be talking about this year? Excluding like Vaughn, Yelly, or Chorio.
Yeah.
Who do you think everybody should be watching out for?
I was just talking about because he's my favorite Brewer, but Bryce Terang is.
Okay.
I think he's starting to get more recognition now. He's playing with the U.S. team too, which is awesome. So and he's got his Gold Glove. He got robbed a bit last year,
Yep.
but like he's steady as all hell. Like in the field. Like, he doesn't make mistakes. He just is like a sound ball player. But from a pitching side, like the Mizorowski, like the excitement that he had when he came through was obviously electric. Bringing in like 105-mile-an-hour fastballs and like 98-mile-an-hour sliders. You're like, good God.
Yeah. I was at the
I don't think you
game.
could pay me to stand up there.
Yeah, dude. So when they came out to Seattle, I was at the game where he pitched against the Mariners here, and after that game and beyond, it was all downhill for him. So if the Brewers come back to town and Mizorowski's pitching, I swear to Brewers fans, I will not go to that game.
Yeah, you can't go, bro.
I cannot go.
No, we can't. Dude, I remember seeing you, Kriegs. You were on TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was on that.
You were on FS Wisconsin. I'm like, there he is, Kriegs. I think we were sending pics. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I was on that one. I mean, it wasn't just luck. I do have one of my best friends, his girl, his wife now, it works in the broadcast booth for like the Bucks and the Brewers. Damn. And anytime she knows I'm in a game, she tries to help me out. And she was communicating with the team over in Seattle. I was like, hey, go to this section. Here he is. And then all of a sudden, I'm just out there chirping shit with my wife's dad, and I'm on TV talking Brew Crew.
That's beautiful, man. The only other guy I would tell you, dude, is I'm excited about Garrett Mitchell coming back. Like, I just saw like he just hit like a 460-foot nuke in spring training, and you're like,
crank that puppy.
Yeah, our outfield, like line to line, is pretty stacked. Like, we have people that can come in, like Sal Frelick's another guy that's just knows ball, gritty.
Yeah.
Like, this entire team is just like very gritty. For a bunch of young guys, they're very mature for being, 20 to 25 years old.
Well, dude, that's the thing, especially knowing the Brewers. I don't know how this is going to play out. I would be pretty pissed if I'm a Brewers fan, which I am, and they, for some reason, decide we should trade Bryce Terang as he's entering his prime, because when you think about it, they have Luis Pena coming up, Jesus Mate coming up, Cooper Pratt coming up, Jefferson Cuero coming up, Andrew Fisher coming up. They have all these studs, a lot of infielders all over the place coming up. And there's going to be a point. You only got so many spots on the field. Garrett Mitchell, again, like, he's just got to stay healthy, because we've not even seen him in a full season. But we know that is a high-level starter potential outfielder.
Every time he pulls up on his hamstring, I just am like, good God, because like he's always like playing insanely well before he goes out. It's always like a freak thing, like reaching for first, and you're like, maybe let's not do that anymore.
Yeah, he's a speed demon, man. He's so fast. It just says, I know the Brewers are just itching to get a full year of him and just finally get to see what he can do out there. But yeah, I mean, on the Bryce Terang front, man, he jumped from a 218 average of 254 to 288, and of course he goes from 6 homers to 7 to 18. His RBI number is up over 80. He almost scored 100 runs last season. And he was a doubles machine too, with almost 170 hits. So like this, I mean, he's just entering his prime now. So I think this is going to be the year where we say Bryce Terang. I know most people have him ranked inside the top 3 second basemen in baseball, which when you're talking from defensively, he's the best defensive second baseman. If you watch the Brewers play, his range is ungodly.
Yeah, dude, he's an absolute stud. And Willie Contreras behind the dish, dude, is an absolute maniac too. Like, his hitting is going to come in waves, and it always has. When he gets going, he's dialed. But like behind the plate, he is one of the best at fielding the catcher position I've ever seen too. Like, he's a stud back there.
Something happened last year with him where his exit velo went way down, his launch angle went all down, and then something happened in the back half of the season. They got him right again, which I think the Brewers really missed his bat for most. That's a 300 hitting bat that they really missed out on last year. Do you have any thoughts really quick before we go to the next thing on David Hamilton, utility fella? You have any thoughts on him? Because Pat Murphy certainly did.
No, what did Pat say about him?
So Pat Murphy said, I'll bring this up one second. I think Pat Murphy says David Hamilton is going to make a quantum leap this season and boost the Brewers offense big time. So I know they got rid of Monasterio. That's the other guy they sent off. He kind of looked nice when he got some moments, but it sounds like David Hamilton's going to be the Brewers' primary utility guy this season, and Pat Murphy loves him. Quantum leap is a big statement to make on someone.
Listen, dude, if Pat Pancake Murphy can believe in him, so does Tonto Bones. That's what I'm going to tell you. Pat Murphy has those boys playing some fun ball, dude. I trust Murph.
Oh yeah, no, dude, he's an incredible guy for where the team is at now. And then how about this? We'll do this with our baseball fans throughout the year as we get them on. But instead of doing our traditional keep 3, cut 3 game that we do with football fans, a little harder to play that game with baseball. So what we want you to do with the Brewers is to build your perfect Brewers lineup from 1 to 9. You do get a DH spot. So you got the DH spot in there, and then you just pick your number 1 pitcher, your number 1 closer. And if you got a manager, I know probably Harvey Wallbanger, but I think Pat Murphy should probably also be up there. If you got a manager that's your favorite all time too, why don't you take us through your perfect Brewers lineup, pitcher,
all time.
Closer, all time, any era you pick?
Okay. All right. Well, I want to get your reaction to these to see it, because I think you'll agree with a lot of these, Kriegs.
Okay.
All right. Batting leadoff for the Brewers, all time lineup. Paul Molitor. Put him at the hot corner too.
Oh yeah. So we got Paul Molitor at third base. Okay.
Yep. We got batting second, Robin Yount.
Yep. Short. You gotta have him.
Right at short. You could put him in center if you need to, but I got some other players out there.
Arguably the 2 best hitters in Brewers history.
Yeah. Those were givens, I think, right?
Yep.
3, I'm going Brawny.
Ooh, you put him in the DH or in left?
I got him in the left. And I think you'll see where I slipped the DH in, but I thought about him at a DH.
I can't blame you. You see that bat up there? I got the signed Ryan Braun Rookie of the Year bat, always sitting right behind me, man. That MVP season, we bait out Matt Kemp, deservedly so. I don't care about the Royd rumors or not. He deserved that,
dude. I mean, they're all doing it. It's like, what are we?
You got Jurickson Profar out here logging his second PD suspension, full season.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
Guy's ripping juice.
Yeah. There's so many of them doing it. Like, let's get real.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
it doesn't help your hand-eye coordination. That's what I always say.
That's what I've always argued. It doesn't. It like I get it. Like maybe your body's hurt. Also, like baseball's such a. I mean, let's be honest. It's not a bang around sport like basketball, football, any of those things. Like how bad can you really be hurt? I mean, like you're a good baseball player. Like you don't need to be ripping roids. Like Bond's doing it too. I never understood it either, man. Like
he was as guilty as all hell though. Like look at his rookie season, and then look where he ended. You're like, yep, those were
head got big.
Yeah, dude. He just blew up completely. Turned into the Michelin Man, but he could hit some nukes, man. That was fun to watch.
Nukes, yeah, right into the river. All right, we got 3.
All right, so Ryan Braun's in my 3 hole.
Yep.
Clean up Gorman Thomas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got him center field.
Okay, well, tell me why
he
you
was
got
late
Gorman
70s into 80s. I think he had he led the league in home runs, I believe, like in the 70s.
Yep, in 1979, 45 nukes out there. Led baseball. He had 123 ribbies. He had 100 ribbies back-to-back season. He had a 39 home run season. I mean, he had a stretch from 79 to 82 with the Harvey Wallbanger season, just ripping.
Yeah, dude, he could hit absolute nukes. Just
so you're putting him out there, and hey, handlebar mustache. Are you kidding me? Maybe one of the best.
It's unstoppable. Him and Raleigh rocking it.
Oh, Raleigh's mustache too, a little curl up. Come on. Yeah, dude, the handlebar.
This is what took me 36 years to grow, dude. I couldn't even imagine being able to get something like
if you haven't seen a picture, anyone listening haven't seen a picture of Gorman Thomas, go look him up real quick. You go look at that guy and you be like, there's the first spot I think of when I see Gorman Thomas is a Wisconsin dive bar guy who's bellied up there with something stiff right in front of him.
Yeah, and quite honestly, Kriegs, he probably was after the game.
Shit, why not? 70s. All right. So we got Gorman and Gorman.
Yeah, he's in the cleanup behind him, and I flip-flopped these a couple times in the lineup, but Prince Fielder, he's my DH.
Okay, Prince at DH. I like that. That's a great spot for Prince.
Yeah. Just hit nukes.
Could argue that's the best power hitter in Brewer history, unless there's a guy on here still coming up, maybe that.
Yeah, well, so here, this isn't the one, but Cecil Fielder. How about back-to-back fielders in the lineup? His old man playing first base for me. He had a little more mobility.
How Cecil when did he play in Milwaukee?
He played for a while.
He was
look up the years. I think he was there for quite a bit.
No, you're thinking of not Cecil Fielder. You're thinking of Cecil Cooper.
I'm Cecil Cooper.
That's the guy I was gonna say. No, you're good. I was like, because that's what I think is the greatest power hitter in the Brewers history. If it's not Fielder, it's Cecil Cooper.
Cecil Cooper, Jesus Christ. I'm on the Fielder train. Yes.
You're good.
So he's playing one bag.
Dude, okay, so I think Fielder's probably the better overall power hitter, but yeah, Cecil, man, Cooper.
Cecil Coop. Dude, he was one of the best hitters in Brewers history.
I was gonna say maybe not. He didn't have the home. He had warning track power because the guy was just loaded up on doubles his whole career,
dude,
ribbies and doubles.
Yeah, that's like Overbay. I had him in a separate list, like a Tonto list.
The sticks 1-1.
Yeah, it's unreal. All right, so where was I? Cecil Cooper. 7-hole, Yelly.
And you're gonna put him in.
I put him in right field because
okay.
I needed Bronny, and I kept Bronny in left.
Okay.
Christian plays across. Yelly. He plays across the grass.
Okay.
So Yelly's in 7-hole, 8-hole. My boy Terang had to.
Yep. You got it at the two-bagger. Absolutely.
Yep. And this one I'll get you. I'm curious. I think you'll like this pick. 9-hole, behind the dish, Jonathan Lucroy.
Ooh.
I don't know if that was a good pick or not, but I felt like it was kind of sick.
I mean, Lucroy was like the guy behind the dish for a while there. He had a couple seasons he hit 320 really early on. He was a high 200s hitter. Kind of was cracking the 300s. And then they finally give him off, and I think he only made one All-Star game with the Brewers, but not like he was any kind of special elite, but like you want to talk about a guy who ripped doubles. He had a season with 53 doubles. Are you kidding me?
I remember there was a game against Cincinnati, like watching, they had like 10 runs in the first, and I think he had like a home run and 2 doubles. Like he got up 3 times or something in the inning. Mm-hmm. What an absolute maniac, Luke.
Dude, and it's crazy because the Brewers cast him off at just the right moment. As soon as he went to Texas, the rest of his career the next 5 seasons that he played, he got bounced around to like 5 different teams, and he just was never anything ever again. It was Brewers, and then he sent
people to like the Rockies and the Diamondbacks, dude.
Oh yeah, so he was bad.
They go to die.
It's I want to see here quick if there's anyone that I would have swapped in here for instead of what you got, so right now what you went with is you got Lucroy behind the plate, you got Cecil Cooper at first, Bryce Terang second, Robin Yount short, Molitor third, Braun Gorman and Yelly in your outfield. Prince is your DH. You got a pitcher, by the way, a pitcher and a closer.
Oh yeah. So my starter. Give me 2 starters. I'm gonna give you one because there's longevity to it.
Okay.
Benny Sheets.
I was gonna. Gotta have.
I think that's a pretty you gotta have him. Gotta have Ben Sheets. But CC Sabathia.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't long, but it was just so good. Well, you know what I mean?
That might have been the most electric second half of a season in Brewers baseball history.
And it was so fun.
That run he had of he pitching all the he was the only pitcher they had, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, so that was like
every third game
too. There was no playoffs without him. I know that guys are Morgan and they have beast mode going on and everything, but that was not a playoff team if Sabathia is not on that roster.
No chance. No chance. And we got our first like playoff win in how many? Like it was like forever against the Phillies in the one game that he pitched.
Yep.
He had to go 8 innings and probably I think he had a home run.
Dude, Sabathia, that was one of the most electric times to be a Brewer fan was when Sabathia was in there doing his thing. Yeah. One guy was kind of bummed that you left off your list here. I'm not going to lie.
All right, let's hear it.
Old Geoff Jenkins.
All right, dude. He's on the Tonto Bones list. Jeff Jenkins is on the list, and I wanted to sneak him in, but it's like, where do you
can't. Maybe Yelly, but I mean, Yelly's got an MVP.
Maybe Yelly.
Yeah.
Yelly was an MVP for us.
That's what I'm saying. Jenkins just got the Brewers' longevity.
Geoff Jenkins, dude. On those 90s unis, too.
Oh, yeah, those, dude.
Fernando Vina was on my list.
You're bringing me back. So no Corey Hart, no JJ Hardy.
No, those are all in.
Billy Hall.
I got them on the team, but they're just on the bench right now.
Yeah, great bench guys. I mean, dude, Jenkins Jungle was awesome out there.
Yeah. Richie
Sexton, bro, man. I'm nostalgia all the way right now, man. Those are good times.
Just looked like he was 7'6", like standing in the box, too.
People forget about Richie Sexton and the power that lengthy sumbitch had. Remember, he
was like the most inside swing, and it just flew for miles.
He put the dent out in center field. Was that the Diamondbacks old stadium?
Oh yeah, dented it.
Oh, was it? No, it was the Astro Stadium with the little hill in center field, and then he dented the pole dead center with
Yeah,
a
it's like
dinger.
420 dead center there too.
Just a poke.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Yeah, so he
sketchy.
was fun. Dude, there were some fun 90s guys, man, like early 2000s.
Burnett's. Yep.
Jeremy Burnett's was another. He's on the bench too, dude.
Dude.
Like if I was going like a Hart lineup, those boys are in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, for as much the Brewers sucked with like Corey, I mean, they brought up Corey Hart, Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks, Ryan Braun, JJ Hardy, all at the same time. It's very reminiscent of like what they're doing right now. This new version is like the modern version of what they tried to do in the early 2000s that just didn't work out. It wasn't the best thing. Obviously, Ricky Weeks like struggled to live up to all the hype he had as a hitter. JJ Hardy just never really came to until he was off with the Baltimore Orioles at that point. Then he really started to get better and better. So those teams never came to fruition. It feels like the Brewers are trying to repeat that same recipe now with what they got. They're always going to be the cheap team. They got one of the cheapest owners in baseball, and Mark Antanasio. I'm just not a fan of the guy.
Neither.
But I don't think many are, to be totally honest with you.
The baseball realm is just, it's so complicated too, like being in a small market. And like, I never understood. It's like, can't we find like some rich dude that's just willing to go nutty?
Yeah,
like
not in Milwaukee,
right? And not here.
Iman, are you following baseball out there in Washington? You watching much Nationals out there?
Yeah, I go to games when the season starts because my friend he's cool with somebody who got like the suite there, so we go to games. Yeah, but like I say, growing up, I told you I was a Braves fan, so
that's right.
I've only been in the DMV since 2020, so I haven't really followed them a lot. But I've been out here since 2020. Yeah, I've been out here since 2020. So,
I mean, the Nats put up some good years, dude.
Dude,
they took us out. At least when they took us out, they won it all. That's right.
That's all you can ask. That's all you can ask for.
At least lose to the champs, right?
If we didn't get to it, who was your closer for this Brewers lineup?
I got Haterade in there. Josh Hader.
Hader, Turnbull.
Turnbull. I think, fun fact, I'm pretty sure I won bingo like when I was like 18, and I won like $3,000 playing bingo. And the one thing I had to do was I put some money away for college, and then I took one thing out that my parents were like, you can buy something. And I bought an authentic Derek Turnbow jersey. I might be the only one that has it. You know,
I think aged poorly pretty quick. He went from Turnbow to Turnbull real quick.
It was his bobblehead game, which I was at, met him there. Because I just turned around and I was like, Turnbow. And I showed him the back. He's like, holy shit, someone's got my jersey.
On.
Yeah. After that, really downhill. He blew the save in his bobblehead game.
Yep, Turnbull. Then it was Turnbull era, and it was not fun. Dude,
I didn't like that.
The Trevor Hoffman era in Milwaukee was underrated. People forget about that flash in the pan. Yeah. Trevor Hoffman coming out the Hell's Bells in Miller Park there for the longest time was an electric factory, man.
That was, that is incredible that we got him. Like, we got him on the latter half of his career, obviously, but like
still was nasty on the mound.
When they just kill the lights and you get the Hell's Bells come on.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me chills right now just thinking about it.
It's 2B2, and there's a couple imposters trying to run it back. There's a couple imposters in today's MLB running that up, and people will hype it up as like, man, don't talk about this. There's only one guy. They should have reserved that retired Hell's Bells from any closer to ever use again. With Trevor Hoffman, what, number 2 all time in saves? I think 2 or 3 all time
behind Rivera.
Yeah. It should be retired.
Pretty good company.
Yeah, retired song. All right, one more manager. Who you got?
Oh God, I gotta stick with Patty. I'm too caught up in like this year, so to think of anybody but Patty, he's our manager. So
I love it.
Yeah, players coach.
Any final thoughts on the Brewers then before we can jump in quick into some Bucks talk since you're a Milwaukee guy? But any final thoughts on the Brewers that you want to share before we pivot?
Dude, I get excited for every baseball season, so it's like pitchers and catchers report in February. I'm already starting to get antsy. You know.
Yeah.
We're crazy. Like every one of our friends thinks we're crazy because we don't miss a single Brew game, whether it's on a TV at our house or it's on like a radio. Rest in peace to Uke. But it's still nothing. Like, we are die hard through and through. So I'm always fired up. I'm optimistic until I can't be. And hoping for a good year, man. Another playoff run would be fun.
I know how much of a diehard is. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to say his name, but one of your kids' name is a Brewer name.
Yeah, we got Crew. Yeah. And honestly, the very first thing that Elise said when we named him Crew is like, they're going to think we just named him straight after the Brew Crew. I'm like, nobody's going to think that. The first person we told, they're like, oh, Brew Crew?
Everybody thinks that. Everybody
like,
thinks
oh, shit,
that.
That didn't last long. But
come on, you knew in your heart of hearts what you were doing there. Come on.
Sometimes you play a little manipulation, you know.
You had to hold your cards close to your chest.
Yeah, and the second kid's name's Ace, so I was hoping he was throwing lefty, but you know,
you're just building up a baseball team back there.
Yeah, that's right.